Welcome to Somewhere and Elsewhere, Coastal Carolina Arts Podcast by Shoresides. I'm Kevin Levi Green. Coming up next, a Somewhere and Elsewhere special where we uncover stories from artists across the coastal region.
Hi, I'm Dana Rossi, and I'm a reporter for Shoresides. Like a lot of people who live on the Carolina coast, I love to surf, and even more so, I love to capture surfing through film. When I have the opportunity, I try to go out a few times a week to the water here in Wilmington, and every couple of years, I try to make the drive up to one of the best spots for waves on the East Coast, the Outer Banks. There, the waves are clean, there's always a swell, and the culture is all its own. There's nothing quite like it. About 10 years ago, some of the local surfers decided to start a film festival, Surfalorus, dedicated to capturing what they love. It's 3 days of documentaries showcasing untold stories and experimental movies all about surfing. I actually have never had the chance to go to the festival, and I was hoping to go this summer, until COVID-19 forced the festival and the festival goers to rethink their plans. In this series, I'll be doing what the documentaries at Surfalorus attempt to do, take you behind the scenes of a community that you might not otherwise see.
My name is Dan Brawley. I live in Wilmington, North Carolina, and I'm the Chief Instigating Officer at Cucalorus. So when Cucalorus started in the early 90s, film festivals were really rare, especially in cities like Wilmington that were smaller and surrounded by, rural communities. And so having a film festival in Wilmington, North Carolina in the early 90s was really significant. We started showing surf movies at Cucalorus nearly 20 years ago and just found that there was a thriving subculture of both surfers and filmmakers who enjoyed making really experimental films, in other cases, films about environmental justice, really being a champion for emerging artists, showcasing filmmakers who may not have an opportunity elsewhere. Film festivals have had to adapt pretty quickly to the current circumstances. You've already seen dozens and dozens of festivals that converted pretty quickly to an online format. The Film Festival Alliance, which is a membership organization for film festivals, has been hosting a call every Friday to talk through all the different issues. What sort of challenges does this present for filmmakers who really want to get their film in front of audiences? One of the things that we've been thinking a lot about is what role do we have in making sure that people are safe? And so, we're still figuring that out. It can be a little bit difficult to resist the urge to sort of charge back into reopening and getting together again. We love to take risks, but we like to take creative risks and not, risking people's health. But the upside of it all is that connecting online creates a whole new set of opportunities. People who wouldn't have been able to come to Cucalorus in the past for a number of different reasons, right? Because they couldn't afford to travel to Wilmington, or had some other kind of barrier to attendance, might be able to participate in a way this year that they would not have ever been able to before. And so we're really trying to lean into those new opportunities, and it'll definitely be a process of discovery. I think that's the exciting part about it, is that we really don't know what will happen. We're optimistic that a whole new group of people will discover that festival this year as it moves online, and potentially fall in love with the programming a little bit with North Carolina, and then be able to travel here next year or whenever that's safe for people to travel a little bit more. I'm confident that once this pandemic is truly over, we'll be able to get back together again, and that very rich tradition of filmmakers and audiences coming together can start back up.
You've been listening to Somewhere and Elsewhere, a Coastal Carolina arts podcast from Working Narratives and Shoresides. Shoresides is a local journalism project serving the coastal Carolinas and beyond. Know of a coastal Carolina artist we should be covering? Contact us at info@shoresides.org. I'm Kevin Levi Green. Thank you for listening.